Hi everybody and welcome to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights 2. So I bought this game on release and I've tried to play it several times but I've never actually got very far, so it's more or less a blind LP. I have completed the tutorial section several times and in fact I recorded a video of this yesterday, well I tried to, but the sound effects were not working properly, so I've sorted that and we can start again. So I know more or less the character I'm going to make because I only just made it. So although I've never got very far in Neverwinter Nights 2, I've played plenty of 3.5 Dungeons & Dragons. I have run games of 3.5 Dungeons & Dragons, although I currently run 2nd Ed and I know 2nd Ed a lot better. When I play, or run rather, games of 3.5 I never allow the splat books because they're overpowered, but the game has been balanced to account for that. So we're going to play Isomer, which is a good aligned half angel if you like, paladin slash cleric. So because we've got a favoured class of paladin, that means we won't get any XP penalty if one of our levels drops too low, which is probably going to be useful because I'm probably not going to have that many levels in paladin. And we get some other abilities as well, so plus wisdom is going to be good. So I'm going to play. I've got a few mods on, mostly related to the interface and the aspect ratio, but I do have an improved head mod, so I don't know how much better it really is, but yeah, that'll be alright, let's go for that. These aren't as fair as his hair, are they? They're not bad. That'll do. Does he have a hair accessory? Yes, he does. So I'm going to worship the god of Torm. So in the 2nd Ed game I run at the moment, I've got a cleric of Torm, but he's a terrible human being. He should be chaotic evil, but I'm just too nice a DM to force him to change his class, change his alignment. Plus he's actually really well roleplayed, so it makes sense in game. So because we're a paladin, we're going to be a self-righteous twat basically. We think we know better than everyone else. And we're brash, self-right. Yeah, we're basically a bully. So for our background trait, we're going to go as a bully. But we'll choose our own skills, thank you. Now in Neverwinter Nights 2, I have played it several times before. I did go through and debate all the different skills in the first playthrough of this video. However, because you can only take background traits at level 1, we're going to take a background trait, and I had a look through them all, and I was debating Thug for role-playing purposes because Bully and Thug works quite well. There was another one that I quite liked as well. However, the one we're going to take is Luck of Heroes, which gives us plus to all saving throws and armour class, which can be pretty useful, especially as we've only got 10 dex. So when we get heavier armour that'll be fine, but for now take Luck of Heroes, plus this will always work. So I had a debate over this as well, because we know we're going to be a paladin, we know we're lawful good, so obviously that spells like darkness and death we're just going to get rid of. However, healing makes sense and it'll be very good in game I believe, so Empower Healing sort of reduces your reliance on RNGs and should make our spells more effective. So we'll go for healing, and I think the other one I chose was animal. Now the reason I chose animal before is because I thought we might be able to get a horse, but there isn't a horse unless there's a mod I can find somewhere to add a horse in, but still we're going to take animal for an animal companion. But the only one I can think of that makes sense for a paladin cleric to have is a wolf. Cone isn't a bad name, is it? So naming on... Oops, sorry, my push to talk button is mapped to 0. So for our name, let's go for a random name like I did in Knights of the Old Republic 2. None of these sound very self-righteous. Whoops, I shouldn't have done that now. Well, why don't I call him Yanni Saper like in Knights of the Old Republic 2? I was a Saper, now I can be a Saper again.
Attack!
Yeah, we're quite confident.
So many years ago today. Ah, my foster son is up and dressed, I see. Today is the High Harvest Fair, and the West Harbor Village Council requires me to man the archery competition. The human need to celebrate Remembrance Days baffles me, but at least something productive may come of it. The merchant Galen is here. He'll want my furs, as he usually does. Coins can be useful in getting by. This past season has been a hard one for both tilled fields and wildlands. While I attend to the archery contest, I will need you to deal with the merchant. Fetch my furs from the chest, over by the painting.
Okay, so you'll probably notice that I don't have shadows on. That's because they make a huge performance drop on my machine. I think that's because I have a 8-core chip, but it runs each core fairly slowly. I'm overclocked to about 4.1 gigahertz, I think. And the game really struggles when there's lots of characters with lots of shadows. So I've just turned the shadows off altogether. This is near enough our first time playing the game. No, we want to know the story. As we progress through the tutorial, we'll get pop-up boxes. That's fine. Movement is pretty ordinary. Oh, Z is highlight. Yeah, I forgot about that. I might change that. Press the star key to cycle camera modes. Yep, can't argue with that. Ah. The sidestep in this view, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, I see, it stays like that. What's that? Resident Evil tank controls. Oh, they're all Resident Evil tank controls. Okay, well, we'll go with this view. It's nearest Neverwinter Nights 1. Yeah, the inventory works. So I've got a mod to make this a bit bigger in 1080p resolution. It looks fine to me, except I've got an ugly face, but I should be able to change that picture as well somehow. There we go. There was a blonde paladin on here I found yesterday. That one there. Well, I assume he's a paladin, he looks like it. That's a reasonable representation anyway.
Good. I see you have the furs. Galen has probably set up his tent on the village green. He'll be enjoying the fair with the rest of the townsfolk. Last season, I asked him to bring a duskwood bow to trade. Sell him the furs and use the coins it gives you to purchase the bow. Your friends await you at the bridge. I suppose you're anxious to see the fair. But don't forget to trade with Galen.
So we've got our first quest. We need to go and find the merchant Dagon and trade some furs for a bow. So what was quite interesting is that these furs, this is his season's work, remember, 0.3 pounds, 150 grams worth of furs. It's not very impressive. However, that's probably in case you've got a character with strength 3 or something retarded. Let's get on with the game proper then. Quick keys. I will learn these as we go along, because I'll forget if I try and do them all now. Is there a quick save option? If there is, I don't know what it is. We'll just save normally.
There you are. Come on, the fair's already started.
It's the biggest fair in years. There's folk in from all the outlying farms, and even a few from outside the mare. That means a big audience.
A big audience, all cheering for us. This year's our last chance to compete for the Harvest Cup. Our last chance to win.
And win we will. No, I'm not going to be horrible to these two. I might be sort of arrogant, but I'm not just going to be abusive to people, I don't think. Yeah, who's our competition? Let's learn about the other villagers.
The Mossfelds won both their matches in the Harvest Brawl. They'll be tough to beat, but Amy's bound to win the Tourney of Talent for us.
I convinced Tarmus to teach me a few new spells. And I dug up a couple more from his spellbooks when he wasn't looking. Anyway, I heard Will Mossfeld is doing the same act this year, so that should help my chances.
Oh, gods. Not the pixie impressions again.
Clearly, the Mossfelds are our major antagonists in this game. They're going to destroy the world, I assume. Yeah, let's not be so abrupt. We don't need to be too abrupt. We have the whole day ahead of us, so what's our first stop?
We sign up with Georg in the village square. Come on!
Oh yeah, let's change these ugly photos as well. That's also not the world's nicest picture, is it? The eyes are too high in that other picture. What'll do for you? If I remember rightly, I didn't find any appropriate pictures for her yesterday. Do you want to be an elf with facial tattoos? It's not that far off, let's go for that.
Yes?
Where'd he hide them? That's the other reason that I redid the LP, is because not everything in this game is voiced, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to read a lot of lines, which is probably not very exciting for you, and it's hard work for me, but that's the way the game's
And the
written.
blight. You're sure it's spreading, Orlin?
It's no blight, Georg. It's something else. There's no mold, no rot. It's like the crops don't want to grow. Like they haven't the guts to up and face the sun.
What do the druids say?
Well, it's just a rub, Georg. There's no druids to be found, not head nor heel. It used to be they'd warned me of troubles, long before I noticed the signs myself. But this time, we're out in silence. You think we ought to say something? Everyone's gathered for the fair, even from the outlying farms.
No. They ought to be free from cares, at least for a day. We'll go round tomorrow. Talk to the households one by one.
Right you are, Georg. Tomorrow, then.
Aha! I've been wondering when I'd see the three of you. Last year to compete, isn't that right?
Last year to compete, last year to win, my friend. What are the rules?
Rules are the same as ever. Win 3 of the 4 events, and you win the Harvest Cup. Win all 4, and the village council grants you a special prize. And nobody's done that since old Cormac.
Cormac. Is he my rival? Yeah, tell us who Cormac is. I remember him vaguely, but just remind me.
Oh, that boy was a legend. Oh, I'm sure there's 100 Cormacs in a city like Neverwinter. But for this town, he was as big as folks get. Old Cormac fought Lon Starling in the brawl, and some story that was. But I don't suppose you have time for stories just now.
Okay, so what are the stories we need to... What are the stories? What are the events we need to win?
Well, there's the Harvest Brawl. Old favorite, that one. And the Tourney of Talent. But you've got Amy on your team, so you're certain to win.
Thanks, Georg.
Just the truth, young lady. Your foster father's running the archery competition, as always, and I managed to convince Thomas to supervise the Knaves Challenge. I guess the Knaves Challenge will be your toughest event, though the Mossfeld boys might say otherwise.
Okay, so the Knaves Challenge. We'll leave that till last then. Alright, we went... Yeah, why would they say that? As if I care. Yeah, as if I care what the Mossfelds say. They're nothing.
Will and his brothers have won the Harvest Brawl 3 years running. It'll be tough to dislodge them. But remember, you only have to win 3 events to claim the cup.
Nope. I'm going to beat all 4. I'll win 4. Definitely.
Ha! You always were a tough one. Ought to be a good fight, one way or the other. If you have any troubles, you know where to find me. Oh, and good luck in the brawl!
Okay, so I'm playing this on... what difficulty? There's a difficulty section somewhere. I'm playing on the real rules. So if you play on normal difficulty, you don't get critical hits on you, and that sort of thing. But we don't want to play a baby's game, we'll play the real game. Some fair, eh? I wonder if these pants clash with my doublet. Clash. You see that hog of Louis John's? Fatter than he is, and better manners too. Oh, so we don't like that Louis Jones. Maybe just one more cup of mead. I'm not a massive fan of mead. It's too sweet for my taste. Get yourself some Harvest mead. Best I've had in years. The Morning Lord grants you a fine day, even for a brawl. He likes you, Harborman, I think. Yeah, we don't love Lathander, he's nothing compared to Torm. Brother Merring, you were running the Harvest Brawl? In truth, I volunteered. Otherwise, I'd be racing from the church at every bout, mending cuts and setting bones to right. Better that I'm on hand to do Lathander's work, than to see that all is fought in fairness. Yeah, we agree with fairness, that's a good God policy. Have there been any injuries already? A few scrapes and broken bones, mostly at the hand of the Mossfelds. Poor Garth Lannon is but a wisp of a boy, but still he insisted upon facing lads twice his size in the ring. Broken bones are easily mended by the Morning Lord's grace, not so for broken pride. How are you enjoying the fair? The Morning Lord sets us upon strange paths. Before I came to West Harbour, I never imagined I'd be mending broken ribs on High Harvest Day. Well, don't all villages celebrate with a brawl? I'm not sure the Harvest Brawl is observed in any other villages, though a Harvest Ball is certainly common enough. I suspect that some enterprising harbourmen found the one better suited to the local tastes. Indeed, I'm in the mood for some brawling right now. Practice a bit first. There are practice dummies just over there. Once you've finished off a dummy, I'll send you into the ring. And you'll need to arm yourself with a training club. I've left several clubs in the barrel here, next to me. So this training club, little permanent harm, although I don't think that's true. I think it's all lethal damage. I don't think you can do non-lethal damage deliberately.
What's up?
Oh, where's my second club
Follow
gone?
me.
Oh. Right, there's a dummy.
Destroy you!
Well, we kick the shit out of the dummy. Let's see if we can find a living one. The Lannan twins and their elder sister will be your opponent today. Before we start, I'll go over the rules. Go ahead. I expect a clean fight, especially from you, Yanni. You nearly killed the Buttman lads last year, and the young folk of this village are frightened enough of you already. Only melee attacks are permitted, no arrows, and no magic. You may fight barehanded, or you may arm yourself with a training club. The choice is yours. And finally, no bets. Yeah, that's because bets lead to destitution and loan sharks and exploitation. We don't like betting. I understand, we're ready to fight. Lathander's strength be with you then. So, hit red bars, hit points, makes sense, space to pause. You're out of the fight at 0. If the entire party is incapacitated, you have to reload. So it's not even like 3.5 softcore where you're allowed to go down to -10. You can't permanently die in this game, I don't believe. Maybe as a plot line, but not as a...
Attack the enemy! I can do
not for incompetence in combat. But if all 3 of you are knocked out, then you have to load. That was well fought, all 3 of you. But I fear the gods have granted you few competitors this year. The Mossfeld brothers are the only team still in contention. We don't need healing. We're ready to fight the Mossfelds. They await you at the edge of the ring. Tell Will the 2 are ready to fight, and I'll begin the final fight. We could rest. I could probably memorise some buff spells, but I don't think we need to. Look who it is, brothers. Everyone's favourite for the brawl. Looking to beat the champ of 3 years running. Thinks he's Cormick, this one. Stow it, Mossfeld. You're not smart enough to be funny. Who asked you, you ratty little orphan? Always tagging along after Yanni like a blood fly, singing his reeking praises. It's a shame those demons didn't burn you up along with your parents. You little I'm not going to swear in this LP if I can avoid it. Just try not to swear. That's enough. If you've got a problem, you can take it with me. Fine then. You want my title, you'll fight my brothers and me. We've beat this brawl 3 years running. Sounds good to me. Let's go. Even better. Let's stir the pot some. Raise the stakes. Let's make a friendly wager. Wait a minute. That's against the rules. We can't do that. Brother Merring said so, remember? No bets. I'm not going to bet. I won't bet, it's against the rules. Guess I wouldn't bet either if I knew I was going to lose. Come on, brothers, we'll fight these cowards anyway. Oh, so that was a lawful choice, apparently. And we are officially lawful good. I don't know if you drift away from lawful or good if you lose your cleric abilities in this game or not. Or if you lose XP or anything. I think these sort of systems are a bit naff anyway, to be honest. However, we'll play by the rules of this game. We'll try and make lawful choices if it's appropriate, but I'm not going to deliberately make lawful choices. I'll make what choices my character would make. Oh, you got a drop on us, did you? Let's all target Will. Oh wait, that's me that's unconscious. Oh shit. This is fucking terrible. Why is nothing fucking working?
This shouldn't take long.
Oh, I'm not allowed to heal, am I? Oh fuck, I fucking lost. That's fucking bullshit. Right, okay. Set the difficulty to easy, piss off. Do I get another go? No. Alright, that was complete shit. The combat didn't even fucking work. And I've already started swearing. With that, on that bombshell, thank you for watching. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to load the last save. And I'm going to try and get to grips with the combat system. See you next time for more Neverwinter Nights 2.